Everything has changed, guys, and it is for the better. Honestly, this weekend's been great. We've kicked things off into motion with the changes I was speaking about the other day, and Sam and I now have a better angle on how we're taking cold outreach. We've pretty much covered all of the common objections or anticipation to some of the cold calls that she's been getting. So what we're doing is coming up with somewhat of a physical paper playbook, if you will, where we've kind of reviewed some sales calls and kind of verbally talk through kind of the same conversations that she's having, pulling from one of, I think it was Morgan's acquisition field theory. He talks about stimulus, and what was it, like the action?
There's a human, a stimulus, and then it creates an action. And that's the foundation of all client acquisition.
Yeah, I know, but there's something.
The stimulus chain.
Yeah, the stimulus chain. So like that's what Sam and I are doing right now, is if you are able to talk to that human with the right stimulus, you get them to take action. So what we're trying to do is prove our stimulus. And the name of the game from Charlie says you really only need a proven stimulus to work, which, in theory that makes sense. So what we're doing is pretty much mapping out the stimuli that is going to work to converting customers, aka acquisition. So that's kind of the work that we've done. It was kind of bottlenecking us last week because Sam and I, had some broken systems for, getting leads, working with all that stuff, and AI has been kind of a bit much. So tomorrow, that's the game plan. We're going to fix the lead sourcing so we can turn that back on, and get more data this upcoming week with some stimulus. So that's pretty much where we're at. I want to put more visuals to this. I know, like, in the long scheme of things, I know this is like a super valuable moment. I'm only just sharing a couple of minutes of what happened today, but honestly, some major things are going down behind the scenes this weekend. It's nice to not be working, having the weekends to level up. Despite balancing a full-time job, I was working till like 11:30 on Friday, for nothing business related, but for, work related. So it's nice to be able to plug into the business and still have this version of myself, growing something on the side. I get a lot of fulfillment and purpose out of it. So I know Sam does too, because it's something that, obviously we're both passionate about building. So it's cool to piece it together in our own way. And it's a lot nicer not having, the urgency of having this to be, like the full-time thing. In the past, I've tried to run businesses before without income. That's never a great recipe for success. So it's nice to just, have different vectors of focus that all feeds into the main outcome that it is that I want to do, which is sell more, grow more, and become more. So that's where we're at right now. I'm not going to like share any sort of like examples of the stimulus because things are being tested right now, but I just want to share with you guys kind of how we're going at it, what angles we're taking, and mapping things out piece by piece, the stimulus chain. I don't know if there's something else out there to really break that down, so I'd love to break that down in more detail, maybe on like a Miro board or a Notion or something visual, because I think this concept is it's not doing justice on just the video alone. I think having something where you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about, the stimulus, like a visual. I'm a visual guy, so plugging in stimulus and testing stimulus, once you get it down, like I was talking about the other day, the drag multiplier, you want to just have one thing that works really well rather than a million things, because then it just creates all this operational complexity. So, all right, guys, that's the update. We gonna go bang all that out tomorrow. I will update you guys before we head into the week. Things are looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow with the updates as they come.